The graphics are shit. Alright, well, let's have a little look, man. Before we watch this, I haven't had any spoilers as to what they gave out of 10. I reckon they're gonna give this a 8 out of 10. I have a feeling they're gonna like this game because it's like, you know, freaking a little bit diverse and a little bit, you know, even though it doesn't let me choose a male character, so what the fuck. I don't feel included in this game. It's kind of rude.
Hey, Indy, I'm gonna need some backup down here.
As far as Star Wars video games go, we've taken countless turns at twirling lightsabers and unleashing flashy force powers.
Jedi Survivor, good game, good game.
But Star Wars Outlaws swaggers into the cantina, slinks down into a booth with its holster clip unbuttoned, and argues that those are no match for a good blaster at your side. This open world, or rather open world action game features a level of gun battles.
What happened to the game?
Befitting the legend that is Chewbacca's best mate.
Why did that look so
However,
different?
Star Wars Outlaws essentially
What up,
delivers
Sneedy?
a Han Solo-like experience in both good and bad
Good
ways.
to see you, Sneed.
It has some handsome looks and a strong sense of adventure, but it's also somewhat scruffy around the edges and is liable to let you down from time to time.
Why does it look so different?
Of course, given that its propulsive space western story takes place in between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, the actual Han Solo is literally on ice for the duration of Outlaws. Instead, we step into the battered space boots of Kay Vass, a cunning thief raised amidst the hives of scum and villainy in the gambling capital.
That looks kind of nice.
Bite, and accompanied at all times by her adorable pint-sized partner in crime, Nix. Kay's quickly shown to be handy with a hairpin lockpick and has an insatiable appetite for five-finger discounts.
That looks nice, huh, Nix?
Although like Dash Rendar and pre-Jedi Kyle Katarn before her, she never really steps out of Han's shadow and becomes much more than a stand-in smuggler with a heart of gold.
You want it done right? You do it yourself.
What follows is a 20-hour string of reckless rescue missions and shady underworld dealings.
Why does it look
as Kay and Nix
more
crisscross their way around 4 main planets and the pirate
like
world spaces
cartoony?
between, attempting to unite a squad of like-minded criminals with the aim of pulling off a major heist and
Am I
erasing the
tripping?
bounty placed on Kay's head by the crime boss Slero. This casino owner serves as Outlaws' primary antagonist.
You've only just heard
and
about this
seems
game,
suitably
Cappy.
callous enough.
I'm not
Must
surprised.
be Slero.
It's Ubisoft, bro.
But is neither as outright evil as Emperor Palpatine, nor as quietly
Hold on,
menacing as Grand
real
Admiral.
quick. What? Before we continue with that, quick, hold on. Where is it? I'm clicking the wrong thing. Just because Cappy mentioned it, I bookmarked a funny little clip about Star Wars.
This is like a vast looking game. I think Ubisoft has done a really, really good job, by the way. You there? Never mind.
Never mind.
Admiral Thrawn, and is kept at a distance for the most part and only ever encountered in the occasional cutscene.
You're gonna have to do better than
The
that.
graphics don't look
Even
the same,
so,
right?
Outlaws' story
Right?
is a consistently entertaining quest, and one that takes Kay through some
Ubisoft
recognizable spaces and
always
some
scamming
new,
in their
all while
trailers.
cutting deals with countless colourful criminals, including this surly Celestin mobster on Akiva, who has the audacity to deal out orders to you.
Have you ever done video game design?
Out of his own
No, but I'm
against
just
his
saying
mother.
it looks different.
My eye, but I took everything else.
While her
I ain't
end
saying
goal
it's
may be
easy.
considerably smaller in scope than, say,
I never said it was
blowing up a
easy.
Death Star, the environments Kay's entertaining saga unfolds in are surprisingly large. To be clear, this isn't No Man's Skywalker,
Dude.
so you don't have the freedom.
Like, I don't know what to think about this. I did see that there's no like loading screens when you're landing your ship, which is kind of dope. But they kind of hide it behind like a thick cloud that you dive into when you're landing.
Yeah, this isn't No Man's
It's not a loading
Skywalker,
screen,
so you
but
don't have the freedom to circle
kinda
each planet
is,
and land
right?
wherever you choose. However, with the exception of the comparatively more compact city setting of Kajimi, Outlaws' sandboxes stretch out far and wide and contrast with each other nicely, from the iconic arid sands of Tatooine to the lush rainforest of Akiva, whose network of rivers is handily transformed into
I mean, it still looks cool.
Once you unlock the upgrade
Still
via
looks
speed
cool,
bike
right?
that allows it to skim across the water's surface. It's a good thing too that K-Speeder can be upgraded.
Why does
since
it
it's the
look...
only vehicle
Is it YouTube that's like destroying the quality of this? It might be YouTube. But it looks like really soft. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like the resolution's off or something. I don't know. Yeah, we can watch Lord of the Rings. Yeah. That's what you saw last night. The potential was there, yeah, but it's the wrong studio, right, Sneed?
is able to steer around while navigating each terrain. Despite the fact that in Outlaws' many bustling settlements you can see land speeders whizzing by, saddled dewbacks waddling along, and towering ATSTs chicken walking past.
Why does something look off? I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's like the color palette or something. I don't know.
ATSTs chicken walking
Something
past,
looks off.
You can't actually ride or drive any of them. Compared with a decade-old Grand Theft Auto 5, where if you can see it, you can probably steal it. Or last year's
even GTA 5 looks so crispy and like just good compared to it.
Grand Theft Auto 5, where if you can see it, you can probably steal it. Or last year's The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, where if you can think it, you can probably build it. Outlaws comes up shorter than Luke Skywalker in a Stormtrooper suit in terms of its list of usable transportation types, which is a bit disappointing for a
Leia, damn.
adventure.
Hang on!
Was that meant to happen?
Imperials.
This is the new Star Wars game.
Outlaws isn't just about getting from A to B, however. It's also
The
about
first
breaking into
ever
and out of various
open
Imperial
world
bases and crime syndicates' headquarters at the behest of the various underworld cohorts.
First
that
ever
can conspire
open world
to
Star Wars game that I know of. I think there was some before that, I'm not too sure. Okay, so one big thing that I heard people disliked about this was the amount of stealth in this game. There's so much stealth. I know I'm not gonna like that, man. Think of it like this. You have some of the most talented video game designers in the world. They get told to make the best Star Wars game with certain restraints. They do their job super well. They show this to the public. Public is excited. Then the developers go, cool, now we make this so as many people can play as possible. They have to lower all the quality to shit for them. But but don't we have like 4090s nowadays and like I something 14th gen? I don't. Do they really have to? I don't think they do they? I think there's some games that look better that people can run, like Black Myth Wukong, that I can run on my PC. That's not even a, top of the line one.
Way.
Name's vary.
My PC's not the best of the best.
Furry friend Nix is vital to these infiltrations, as he's basically a space cat drone who functions like a watchdog's phone. You can point him at switches to activate while you remain in cover.
Next.
I get you though. I get they're
Or to
trying to
briefly
make
divert
it.
the attention of security cameras to allow you safe passage.
They're trying to make the game like accessible, but shouldn't that be where there's like graphics options? Shouldn't that make the game accessible? Like even on console, can't you choose like performance or quality on certain games on like PlayStation 5? Maybe it did release an old gen, yeah. Maybe.
Next, put on
I don't know about
among
that actually.
several other useful talents.
I don't know about that.
Kay has her own special set of skills when it comes to sneaking her way into each high security facility. And I never grew tired of the rhythm-based lockpicking, a surprisingly simple yet effective game of Simon Says that has to be one of the snappiest and most satisfying ways to open locked doors and crates that I've enjoyed in a while.
I do like a good lock-picking system.
Overall, however, Outlaws' stealth is markedly uneven.
What are you doing? You've alerted the station.
Sometimes it's far too easy, like when I was able to do the tried and tested Assassin's Creed
By the way,
dispatch routine.
I just want to make it clear. I'm not saying the game looks bad. I'm just saying it looks different. But I think also YouTube makes the quality really bad. Like, I know when I upload, like, it does not look as good as when I'm playing it myself, man. You know what I mean? Once the game is released, I expect it to have a game that can work basically everywhere, and there's ways around it to get original graphics back. Well, these are meant for computers that have multiple 4090s. I don't know. I think one 4090 and a good CPU can like really pump this game out, bro. You know?
Distract
max it out,
routine on
make it look
enemies
sexy.
in the same spot.
All right, distract him, Nix.
Yet at other times it was wildly unpredictable, like when I'd somehow trigger an alarm performing a stealth takedown, even though it appeared that no one else was around.
I hate AI that's like super
Instead,
stupid.
more often than I'd like, my efforts to remain hidden would evaporate, things would get loud, and a number of other problems would present themselves.
That looks frustrating. I hate
Outlaws'
stealth.
combat serves up some solid cover-based shooting with authentic sound effects and punchy smoke and sparks with each blaster bolt impact, but precious little in the way of new ideas. It's less Bad Batch and more basic bitch.
Wait, what did he say? It's less bad bitch and more basic bitch? Oh, man. Yes, Jordan, but I don't know if I'll play it on the 30th exactly. What's the date today? It's the 28th? 28th. Maybe we boot it up and we just try it? If that's alright, brother? You don't have to, though, dude. It's kind of you, bro. Very kind of you. Bad Batch. Another Star Wars flop. It's the most boring shit I've ever seen. Really? I think you look better on OnlyFans than on YouTube. Why, thanks, bro.
It seemed to be
keep
red barrel
watching.
delivery day in every combat arena that KO
Don't wanna pause for
arrived
too
in,
long.
and I used these explosive targets in almost every encounter to thin the stormtrooper and scumbag hordes.
It does look kind of
There's always
fun.
the challenge of knowing
but
when to detonate them to take out the most enemies, but that's the same thing we've been doing for decades, so while it's effective, it doesn't exactly make Outlaws' combat stand out. These simplistic shootouts can also be brought to a faster conclusion via the use of Kay's Adrenaline Rush move, which charges up while she's under attack and allows her to slow time and then mark and execute multiple targets in one rapid hip-firing
How many
burst.
games have done
Almost
this now,
identical
huh?
to the Deadeye targeting from the Red Dead Redemption
Yeah.
series.
Bit Red Deady here.
It's useful and satisfying for the most part, although I did find Kay would occasionally pump some stylish slow-motion blaster rounds directly into the cover in front of her rather than the target I had selected. It felt a bit limiting that Kay can only permanently carry her blaster and grenades in her inventory. Alert! But weapons dropped by enemies can be picked up, used, and discarded once they're
Fucking
out
turret
of
with a
ammo.
shield.
However, what really irks me
That's
about
crazy.
Outlaws' approach to secondary weapons is how much it goes out of its way to make you drop them. Do a melee attack? Drop your weapon.
What?
Crawl into a vent? Drop your weapon.
What?
Climb a wall or a ladder? Drop your weapon. Who programmed this? RoboCop?
What?
Drop it!
If I pick up a sniper rifle, it doesn't seem unreasonable to
Okay,
expect
I actually kind of like this review. How many dislikes has it got? 22,000? Oh man, IGN, dude. They getting boycotted, right? Wukong, Souls games and other games didn't do it. Maybe they should stop and hang up the jackets, Wokie About what exactly? Don't really have contact with each other until different points of development. And probably the biggest issues that all developers face in Ubisoft is time. Wasn't... Yeah, but do you not agree that they could easily delay the game and make it better? And I think people would prefer that if the game was better. Bad Batch was a group of clones that... Like, they're programming. Okay. He said Bad Batch, okay. What up, H? During Order 66, they helped the Jedi instead of attacking like the rest of the clones. What order to do? Dude, I don't know enough Star Wars lore, bro. You know way more than me. Oh, the whole idea of game development has changed so drastically that people are upset that the games cost more to make and keep updated. Nah, see, I don't think we're upset that the games cost more. I think we're upset that they cost more and they're not as good. Like, they release unfinished and they're not, like... Okay, no, it's not that they're not as good. I think most of them are just unfinished. Or they you know... They're pressed for time and they release it too quick or something. I think people will be happy to spend more money if the game's, like, next gen, right? Like, if it's truly next gen, like GTA 6 is saying it's gonna be, I've heard so many people say, like, I will pay, like, $200 if GTA 6 is that good. You know what I mean?
That I should be able to carry it with me up to a high enough vantage point to best put it to use. It's especially annoying given how often I was hit and killed instantly while behind cover by enemy snipers in elevated positions. Simple and reheated as it generally is, I definitely warmed to the combat a bit more as time went on, particularly once I was able to upgrade
shooting
my
looks
blaster with
fun,
a couple of alternative shot modes. That effectively gave me 3 weapons to swap between, even if they were all coming out of the same barrel. Still, at no point did this combat system ever feel as flexible or as fun as the best games in Ubisoft's own Far Cry series, and fights started to feel pretty repetitive, outside of the rare encounter with probe droids or the one-off scrap with a Rancor.
There's Rancors in this game? Bro, I was about to say, like, is there any, like, big bosses, maybe? Ubisoft always makes excuses. Everything sucks. Maybe this isn't their business anymore. Starfield? Yeah, that was half baked, right, dude? Same with Tetris, Pac-Man, even PS1 Spider-Man would only take me a few weeks to make an alpha version. Yeah, I get that, but they're a lot more simple to make, right? And if I'm paying 200, we'll up to 150. I mean, personally, I don't think I'd pay 200 for GTA, but that's kind of like the thing I'm hearing is like people would be happy to spend more on a game that's like truly like pushing it, right? Like next gen game.
Having said that, I'll take the basic on-foot combat in Outlaws over its awkward speeder bike fights any day. Since this is Star Wars...
Dude, these physics right here. I don't know if you guys played GTA 4, but like... I used to love getting on like a motorbike and just crashing to see like my guy ragdoll. This ragdoll was trash.
Basic on-foot combat in Outlaws over its awkward speeder bike fights any day.
That was like a GTA Vice City like ragdoll, bro.
Since this is Star Wars, Outlaws also features space combat, and rarely could I ever emerge from a lightspeed jump in Kay's Trailblazer ship and not crash headlong into a dogfight that felt authentic to the films.
You know, it'd be nice to visit a planet that isn't a war zone once in a while.
Slinking off to bully some TIE fighters did offer a nice way to blow off some steam every once in a while, as a break from all the face-to-face
It's cool that there's space combat. That's cool.
Although I didn't invest too much in the ship modifications, since the modest challenge presented by my orbital opponents didn't ever seem to increase to any noticeable degree.
Oh, you can change your ship? That's kind of cool. I like big huts and I cannot lie.
Java, right?
What is this
One of
review?
Outlaws' most interesting and novel features is its syndicate system, which reminded me of the reputation system used in The Outer Worlds. Basically, you can't really complete a quest over the course of the campaign without pissing off one of the 4 main crime families in order to please another.
Ah, that's annoying.
Cozying up with one cartel might get you cheaper prices at a merchant you're on side with.
How about you...
That's annoying because like, if you're like me, you want to like complete all the achievements and stuff. Like, They're gonna have to make you do like multiple playthroughs, right, or something maybe. Games used to cost $60-$80 for basically the same game. The only difference is there's not a lot of physical copies. So cool. Less money to get the game out. That's it. The trade-off is platforms like Steam and Epic take a portion of the profit. Not a lot of physical copies. Wow, I'm confused about that one, Cappy. $60 to $80. Isn't that not how much they cost now? I don't know what it is in dollars. The last Ubisoft game that was fun-ish or finished. XDefiant. Which is free to play. Older games, people are comparing the games now are so simple. Oh yeah, you can't really compare old games to games now. They are getting better, but I think this game will do decent because of Star Wars alone. People will eat this up because it's Star Wars, right?
Me take this off your hands and I'll throw in a good word for
I don't think it will flop.
But it'll also rob you of the ability to move about freely within the headquarters of another gang you've slighted.
Hey, you got anything interesting in the back?
Do I know you?
It's worth pointing out that this isn't Mass Effect. None of the numerous decisions I made seem to make a significant difference to the overall outcome of the story, but they did effectively make me feel like a truly dirty, rotten scoundrel as I continually reevaluated my allegiances in each
Okay,
deal
so
I
it doesn't
made
change
so
the
that it would
story.
best suit whatever my motives were at the time.
Okay, Manda. You got a deal.
For example, before I started exploring the surface of Tatooine, I made sure that I'd worm my way into the good graces of the Hutt Syndicate, since Jabba's goons control large swathes of its map, and I wanted to ensure that I could explore it thoroughly without drawing too much unwanted heat.
Yo!
Being able to
He
explore
went
unimpeded
flying.
is paramount because Outlaws does such a great job teasing you with secrets to find or opportunities to pursue in an extremely organic way as you move through its 4 main worlds.
I found 2 perfectly good converters.
So there's
in the
4
alley behind
main
the club.
planets.
Almost every Cantina conversation I eavesdropped on or discarded datapad I read pointed me towards some new treasure to seek out or gambling tip to take advantage of, and it always felt like I was gleaning some illicit information rather than just being spoon-fed chores to complete, as is the case in so many other open-world adventures.
He hangs around the back alley next to the market.
Where Outlaws' quest design really excels, though, is in taking seemingly innocuous side objectives and spinning them out into exciting, multi-staged adventures that regularly took me by surprise.
Okay.
Like
Good
when a simple
side
trip
quests?
to collect a certain object in Mos Eisley took a series of sharp twists and turns, and suddenly I was sliding deep into the bowels of a Sarlacc pit.
Okay, that's cool. I like when the side quests make you go to places you wouldn't normally go in a game. Like, it kind of did that a little bit with, I mean, so many games, right? So many games are like that, dude. XDefiant's fun-ish, yeah. I mean, it's fun-ish, right? You think Mr. Lucas knows this exists? Surely he does, no? Surely. Isn't he, like... Did he not help make the game? It looks shit, is buggy, not worth 70 euros. I mean, I agree. I would personally not purchase the full game. You guys can go ahead if you want, but I would get the Ubisoft Plus thing, which is like £15 a month. And just remember to cancel it, right? You probably finish it in a month. It's a Starfield remade. Yeah, I don't think it's fair to judge the graphics on a YouTube video. I think you'd have to we can check a video off if there's any 4K gameplay out there yet.
We're going in next.
I'll check for a
And then thrust
4K
straight into an
video.
exciting escape from a huge sandworm. It's the lively
kinda
left-turn
sick.
stretches like these where Outlaws really shines. By stringing together countless Star Wars references and Uncharted-style moments of spectacular action and adventure, and there are plenty of quests like this that I've undertaken, and likely many more that I haven't even found yet. However, in order to enjoy moments such as these, you've got to take the rough with the smooth, especially since, as of launch, the PlayStation 5 version of Star Wars Outlaws that I played is plagued by more irritating bugs than a Dagobah.
Oh no.
Over the course of the journey, I saw countless graphical glitches, speeder bikes crashing to a halt trying to go over jumps,
Oh
small
no.
hills, or just randomly teleporting entirely.
Jesus
Crucial mission
Christ.
prompts not appearing and forcing checkpoint restarts, and countless occasions where the dialogue audio just dropped out completely.
Oh no.
Hey there.
That's just a few of many examples. So if issues like those sound like they'd force pull you out of the Star Wars universe, it might be best to let Ubisoft blast them off Outlaws.
Some of these are funny, right?
Cable chewing Minox before you pick Outlaws.
These are just funny bugs. Here we go, here we go. I said 8 out of 10, right? I said 8 out of 10. What are we gonna get?
It's ironic that Kay's ship is called the Trailblazer, since there's actually not a whole lot of ideas in Star Wars Outlaws that haven't been done in other action and open world adventures. Instead, it's quite like the Millennium Falcon. A bucket of bolts held together with repurposed parts and prone to breaking down. But at its best, it's more than capable of jolting your pleasure centers into Star Wars fan hyperspace. A clever syndicate system brings real weight to almost every
Star
task
Wars
you
fans
choose to
will love
undertake,
this.
some of which have truly creative quest designs that can often conjure up some genuinely stunning blindsides. Having a pal like Nick's at your side the entire time not only adds an extra dimension to Kay's fairly generic smuggler character, but also gives her an enhanced set of abilities. But even he can't quite make Outlaws' stealth and combat feel any less rigid or repetitive, and the odds of avoiding the many glaring
the
technical
combat
issues
does
present at launch is
7?
approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Okay, fair enough.
Damn.
For more IGN reviews, check out our verdicts on Black
I was
Myth,
wrong.
Wukong, and Fallout London, and for everything else, stick with
Wait,
IGN.
they did a review on Fallout London? That's not even an official game. What? Damn, I'm shocked they didn't give it an 8. A 7 from IGN, that must mean it's not fully cooked, right? Damn. Lots of reviews have said that the story isn't half bad. It's just the physics and the state of the game right now. That would make sense to me. That would make sense to me. I think it probably does have a pretty good story, but Ubisoft, dude. Ubisoft, right? It looks a bit like the launch of Cyberpunk, but maybe not as good as Cyberpunk. I don't know. Yeah, where's that Fox guy gone, dude? I never see him no more, huh? Let's see if there's a 4K gameplay that we can maybe judge a bit more, because I think this will look better. Yeah, what's up, Informant? Ubisoft game, indeed. Indeed. How's it going, bro? What up, Grinch? What's up, brother?
If it wasn't for Nyx, I'd be in the ground.
You'd need an enforcer.
You'd need a whole crew.
That's right. With half the prize to split however you like.
This job, it's a death wish.
Well, you're already
it instantly
dead,
looks
okay?
way better on a 4K YouTube vid.
The most lethal syndicate I've ever seen.
It looks way better already, right?
What's that about a secret parlor? Nowhere.
Full game is 15 hours.
Not sure, actually.
The story.
Thought about looking for it, but never did.
She's too scared. Everyone knows.
Let's go to where it's a bit more like open. That looks sick. So this is what I mean when there's no loading screen. You just go through the clouds. So it's not a loading screen, but
So who are we looking for?
there's always clouds.
Heard he once took out 2 Imperial squads using nothing but their own weapons.
I like this guy.
I cannot confirm the validity of that story.
He's a legend with a blaster, ND, and we need him if we want any chance of getting out of Spiro's vault alive.
Haas was recently arrested by a small-time sheriff for looting vaporators. Not very legendary.
With his rep, you probably.
I think it looks good.
Possible.
What? You don't trust Jalen's people?
I don't trust anyone.
Ah, not even me. That's fair.
But it looks like a Ubisoft game, right?
You're back, Kay.
Hi, Andy 5.
Oh, whoops. How's it going, Grinchy?
I'll see you later, ND5.
All right.
Hold on, Nix.
I've put us down near where Hoss was arrested. Should be able to find the sheriff. Got a deal?
Great. Is the town supposed to be this empty?
Don't know.
Trying to like make my mind up here, like obviously at 4K it looks good, right? I think most games would. I kind of know what people are saying, like I don't know, like the floor looks like kind of bleh. It looks like throw up, right? I don't know how to explain it. I kind of know what you mean. It just looks a bit dull and like, you know, a bit dated. But it looks alright.
I'm looking for a guy named.
I think it looks good enough for an open world game. Booga booga bookie.
Don't let your guard down.
Wukong makes this game look like 2017. I mean, you gotta take into account the different art styles too, right? Wukong isn't open world.
We need to pick up the pace.
I think the graphics look fine. IMO. Most games need to be 4K nowadays. I mean, I'm only rocking a 1080p monitor, and most games look fine. But I wouldn't mind a 4K monitor, bro. But this video makes the game look a lot better. Yeah, dude, 100%. You can't judge off a 1080p YouTube video, right? Not bad, Grinchy. You on Tarky again, you addict. Feeling like I could lift a truck. Welcome back, Kay. Would you train, bro? Oh yeah, if you're playing single player games, you should get 2K or 4K, 100%. The monitors, I think the monitors are pretty cheap now. Oh, this is the first look of the map. This is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I've never seen a map with this kind of style. It reminds me a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima, actually. A little bit. I do actually kind of like the UI. I think it looks kind of neat. Yeah, it looks nice. I like it. Would you train, Kay? The massive brown empty map. Wait, that's grey to me. You seeing brown?
Imperial's over there.
Don't get out in the open! Use the shields on those heavy weapons! Let's go.
Yeah, look, just blasting some stormtroopers, that looks fun. I'm not sure about the hit markers for me though. I don't like hit markers, man.
We got him. Let's check on the weapons. Oh. Spoke too soon. Reinforcements coming. I see him.
You can vault. Oh my god. That's like a next gen edition, right? Vaulting, game of the year. You know what's funny? This might be a game that you play on keyboard and mouse. Just because it's a shooter game, right? It's so heavy a shooter game. What else can we see here?
Are you in?
I'm in.
You just left your little... Oh, he's on her back. He teleported. Oh, bro, you can't leave the little dude behind. What the fuck? It's not even canon. Nah, which also sucks. It sucks there's no Jedi. Buys, tries, and shoulders. Wait, buys, tries, shoulders, chest, and back. Fucking, that's a full upper body, bro. You still trying to shred up, Kay? My man. My man.
Kay, I'm going dark.
What? Why?
Just do your job, and I'll do mine.
Okay.
Okay, I think we've seen enough of this game, right?
Why would you build that?
I didn't go to a core world academy like the rest of these people. I had to prove myself.
I think it looks decently fun. I think you'll have fun, but I don't think I would be copying the
But Gadik, I got a ship. I got a job. We could just go.
the full price game. I think I would get Ubisoft Plus to try it out.
Okay. Let me sort out my speeder. Then we'll fix this together.
Thanks, Kay.
I like this hover bike thing. Looks fun.
I just need to find a way onto that island.
It does look fun. Skirt! Do a wheelie! Come on! Looks like there's like little puzzles and stuff you gotta like figure out. It looks decent, man. Looks decent. Looks like a game I'd get about 25% of the way and give up when I got enticed by pretty much any new release. Yeah. One of them games that I would stream for like maybe 1 or 2 days, and then something else would come up and I'll be like, I'll drop it. Lord of the Rings. What's this new game called again? Is it Return to Moria? I think it's Return to Moria. Maybe.